my name. My name is Salim Mohammed. I came here first at upper KG, so I was like a child. I don't even have a clear memory of what happened then. But I do remember it being new and me coming to a new house and a new environment. I've stayed in Yeneta for around 9 years, that's it, yeah. So 9 years. In those 9 years, I can't really give you an overview, but I could like mention most of the good things I've seen in Yeneta. What I did was I joined a family. When I joined in my upper KGs, I joined a family. My Mystery was my mom. Well, technically, she says that. She's like, I'm your mom, and she has been like a mom to me. And also, there are some good teachers like Tzadra, Tensai, and others I probably don't remember now, but these teachers taught me who to be. They just built my personality, so that would be it. Well, let's start with the slight change in your behavior. See, in other schools, all they see is your academic achievements. If your grades start falling down, they come to you. Some schools, I'm not saying all, but they come to you and then they ask you what's going on with you, why are you doing this and all. But since we have a really close relationship, actually we had a close relationship in Yeneta, they would notice the slightest change in your behavior. And they would be there for you, like a family member would be. So there are some behaviors you would change and only your family member would know, or someone who's really close to you. So a school recognizing that, when you feel low for a couple of days, they would come and ask you, what's going on, Salim? What's going on? And then they know you well, and then you can tell them and actually reach for a solution and just have that bond with them. So that really defines why most people call this place, the people here in this place, family. Well, they were really emphasizing on teenagers involving in sexual activities that they should not be at that time. So then it was just Mystery giving us a life lesson. She was like, don't do this, and she gave us the pros and cons of why not to do that and try to convince us. And then I think from that on, she decided we need a life skill class. Really, I knew Mr. Tsaga, he was my English teacher at that time, and then he has never taught me life skills. We had another life skills teacher. We had an immersive learning experience. I remember that. But what we did was we were also close with the teachers. So we were open to them, telling them what we really don't understand or so. And also Mystery had like a really good filter of choosing teachers. So all the teachers I had were best at whatever they were teaching. So they knew the strategic approach to really make me understand and reach that academic excellence that you mentioned earlier, while still being able to talk to me and build my character as a whole. So I would really say that it's the close relationship we had with teachers. So since these teachers are actually filtered out and chosen to be one of the best, they could actually help you in maintaining good grades as well as personal development. So I would just say, I would give all the credits to my teachers. First time I joined a different school from Yeneta, the very first thing I noticed is that students don't actually stand up for their teacher going to class. When I was here, that was like the thing you would never do. That's complete, utter disrespect to a teacher, not standing up for that teacher when he comes into the class. And then I actually started to notice the conversations they had with them. So it was more of a formal conversation rather than the personal conversation I was actually accompanied to while I was in Yeneta. So being able to really to have that respect and as well as personal connections with teachers in Yeneta, I was able to actually stand out from all the students there because I knew how it is to respect, and I actually respected my teachers up until this day. And this character of mine, which takes a big role in my life, I built it here, and it has made me stand out from all the students. Actually, not all, but most of the students.
Yes.
There are some students who are respectful. We've always had presentations, and I was like one of the students who was always out there in the lineup time and then just talking about different stuff. So I was confident. I'm still confident, but that's when I built my confidence. And I was stage leaders for most programs, including programs that included a lot of people watching, a lot of audience, my parents, other people's parents, my friends' parents, and all in all. And I didn't have that after I left Yeneta. So back then, I didn't realize how important it was. And after I left Yeneta, and then the first time I actually went on stage is again for Yeneta. I was actually invited to talk, and then I had the nerves. And in my life, I never had the nerves. And that time, I look back and then remembered what was missing. It's those days. There's Culture Day, there's Yeneta Day, there's all and all and all. And I was always the stage leader. And I never had the nerves. And then this lacking just made a personal character of mine lack. So what I know from what I'm saying is that Yeneta gives you that personal confidence that you should have whenever you express yourself. So after that, I actually went on rehearsing and talking to a larger audience. I went on to lineup times in my school, but they're really not as good as they were in Yeneta. Really makes Yeneta a great school in terms of what you see are expressing yourself. Okay, I would give you a broad answer to that. This is the school system. You're smart, you're successful.
Yes.
You're not smart, you're not successful. At my school, or any other school, regardless of, with exception of Yeneta, to my knowledge, this system is good for smart students, of course. I mean, they're successful, but for non-smart students or for people whose talents are not really on academia, it's doomsday, that's it. But in Yeneta, academics is not just it, as opposed to other schools. Academic is not just it, Your personal character, your work, your effort. There are rewards for hard work and effort. Yeneta is the only school I know, to my knowledge, that awards hard work and your effort. Other schools only award your academic excellence, right? So schools like this being prevalent across my society or Ethiopia or all over the world, this allows the nurturing of students who have a wide array of views in the world. So the people I mentioned earlier, the so-called non-smarts, in academics only, of course, these people are the ones that change the world. And according to the education system we have, with exception of Yeneta, these people are not given enough credit that they should be. But in Yeneta and schools of such kind, like you say, this is given. This is what they strive. They make the smart people have a wider view, and then the non-smart one as well. So schools of such kind would create a really responsible citizen, and a citizen that would, have a wider view of the world. So that I would actually really encourage schools like Yeneta to exist.